Hello, everyone. This is Esther. I want to share now my Ancestry DNA. I've been showing you different companies. I already showed you 23andMe. I believe I show you Living DNA, Genie, and what's the other one? There's other companies. Um, I believe it's ADN Tro. That's from Europe, but this one Ancestry is from the United States. So I'm going to share my results. I just want to remind you that I'm from Monterrey, Nuevo León. My family has been there for many, many years. I believe since the 1700s, there's some information, and I did share some of my results about my Native American, about Ancestry DNA, but I just want to show you everything. So if you haven't seen the other videos, I want you to stop this video and make a guess. I'm showing my picture here. I know that doesn't say everything, but I mean, you can look at my face. I do have some Native American um, eyes, and my hair is brown. So make some guesses about my DNA from Mexico. So of course, I'm gonna have Native American, and I'm gonna have some Spanish DNA. So just pause the video. If you haven't seen my other videos, pause it and make a guess. But just a clue, I'm from Northeast Mexico, so our DNA will be very similar to that region. So I'm gonna go to DNA and oh, look at my pie. Wow. I'm from all over the world. Well, actually, I have a theory for that, but I'm gonna go over the theory in a different video because a lot of people will say, "Oh, you're wrong," and probably even the DNA companies are not aware of what I found out. But okay, so right away it says that this big green um, part of the pie is 36% from Spain. 19% of the blue is my Native American. And then it says 9 other regions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you want to see? Okay. So I'm going to open it. And right away, look, I'm from all over the world. Get out because I heard a lot of noise. But okay. So ancestral regions, your DNA looks most like DNA from these 11 world regions. I have 36% from Spain, and it says 30% to 60% is my estimate of being from Spain. So I can be as low as 30% and as high as 60%. Spain and Portugal. And if you notice a little bit here, it might say that I have Portugal too. Okay, so that's not a secret. I'm from Mexico, and we know Spain came over from to Mexico, so yes. And then indigenous to the Americas, 16 to 22% Native American. I know I have a lineage from Moctezuma. That's the only recorded lineage that I have. And then I have some regions, highlighted regions, and you can tell here that we've been in Nuevo León for many years. That's the northeastern Mexico and southern Texas. So I am from beautiful Mexico. And then the Basque location, it says 0 to 20%. So I can be 0%. Interesting, right? Up to 20%. That means that I might not be from here, but one of my ancestors went and lived here. So that's why they can compare me to 14% of that, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pause this. Okay, so again, there was a lot of noise. So, okay, so the Basque 14%, I know, I believe I have some documentation of some people of my ancestors from being from the Basque region. I need to go back and look. And then I have 10% of Portugal. I do have a lot of documentation. Diego de Montemayor, and some other ones that came from Portugal, 0 to 26%. And then let me see, France, 7%. And I do have Ancestry. For example, I do connect to some rabbis that were from France. So I can prove that with some documentation. So 7%, maybe it's less because I don't, but a lot of people from France contact me, even though it's prohibited to do DNA in France. When they come to the United States, they do DNA and they do contact me. They want to know how we connect. And then Jewish, these are from the Ashkenazim, and it says primarily located in Belarus, Hungary, Lithuania, Latvia, Moldova, Poland, Romania, and Ukraine. It says I have 0 to 10%. And again, my theory is that my people, when we had the diaspora, went to this region. So we have some people in common here. I haven't found any documentation that connects me with an Ashkenazim, but it does connect me to many rabbis that are Sephardic and their ancestors went to this region. Then I have some Senegal, so Gambia, Guinea-Bissau. So I just want to tell you about this. I want to tell you about the 1700s. There were 2,000 Sephardic orphans that they were sent to West Africa. Only 600 made it and married the locals there. And also, I do have African in me, so it's usually from West Africa, and it's 0 to 4%. And then I have Cameroon, Congo, and West Bantu people. I have 2%, 0 to 3%. I don't know much about the history, but I do have an ancestor. I always talk about my ancestor, Captain Pedro de la Garza. He was listed as a mulatto, so probably his ancestors came from here, my ancestors, and that's why I have the 2%, 0 to 3%. And then Northern Africa, I have 1%, says 0 to 4% from the Northern Africa. Again, the Spanish diaspora went to this region. I don't have any documentation of ancestors coming from this area. So maybe my siblings of my ancestors came to this area. And then I have Norway. And again, the diaspora, a lot of people went to the Finland, the peninsula, Fennoskisian Peninsula. A lot of people from Lithuania have called me, have sent me emails. They want to know how we connect. And again, the diaspora, actually, the Spanish diaspora, the Sephardics going to that area. And then Norway, oh, I already explained that. And Germanic Europe, again, the Netherlands, all those areas, but I have 0 to 8%. So what it means is that probably 1% of my ancestors, instead of going to Mexico or North Africa or West Africa, they went to this region. Because remember, the diaspora, some went this way and some went to Portugal and then what is now Mexico. So that's my DNA from Ancestry. If you have any questions or if you're from this region, let me know if your results are very similar. Again, I want to tell you, if you are from Texas, the upper you went, the lower you're Native American. And I explained in another video why is that. Okay, so thank you for listening and I hope you like my results.